Hi, everybody. This is Nanette, your Life Enrichment Director here at Touchmark on Saddle Drive, and I am bringing you our Touchmark trivia game today. If you would like to play along, you can get a sheet that looks like this down by the front desk by the mailboxes. It has the rules or guidelines on one side and an official answer sheet on the other. You do not have to have this official answer sheet if you just have a piece of paper and you want to play along at home. That's great. I would love to see that. Or if you just want to play along and shout the answers out to the TV, you can shout it to me at the TV. That's just fine too. So it has 4 different places for questions. We do 10 questions and 4 rounds of 10 questions. I also, we'll read a question, repeat it, and then move on to the next question. At the end of the round, at the end of 10 questions, I'll go back, repeat the question, and give you the answer. So then you just self-correct your sheet, put how many you got right in that round. I usually do a bonus question at the end of the 4 rounds. So you just keep track of your score. Hopefully, you're getting about half at least of the questions that I'm giving you. I tell everybody, shoot for 50%. If you can do 50%, thumbs up, you're doing great. Less than 50%, it's okay. I'm not the teacher. I'm not grading you. If you're getting more than 50%, that's fabulous. That's actually what I'm really hoping happens. I try to make my questions challenging, but not so hard that nobody can answer them, because I don't like trivia that's too hard. I like trivia where I can feel a little bit successful. So shoot for 50%. That's the best way to do it. There's no points off for spelling things wrong. You know what your answer was supposed to be. If you misspell it, I'm not correcting it. It doesn't matter at all. So just have fun playing along. And certainly if you have any questions, come see me in my office and I will answer those questions for you. So with that, get your pencils ready and we will start with round 1. All right, first question. It's an easy one. Guacamole is made from what fruit? Question 1. Number 1, guacamole is made from what fruit? All right, question number 2. In what year did Margaret Thatcher become the Prime Minister in Great Britain? You probably have a rough idea, so you might have to guess. But question number 2 is, in what year did Margaret Thatcher become the Prime Minister in Great Britain? All right, question number 3. This one's really hard. What do you call the dot above the letter I or the letter J? You know, when you dot your I's, dot your J's, what is that dot officially in the English lexicon? What is it called? All right, question number 4. What is the name of the California town that once had Clint Eastwood as the mayor? Maybe that's its claim to fame. I don't know. Anyway, question number 4. What is the name of the California town that once had Clint Eastwood as its mayor? All right, question number 5. What was mathematician John Wallace the first to indicate with a letter 8 lying on its side? You've seen that symbol, the letter 8 that's kind of lying on its side. What does that symbol represent? That's question number 5. What is indicated by a letter 8 kind of on its side? I'm making the shape here for you. All right, question number 6. What Tennessee college honors its namesake by calling its sports team the Commodores? It's basketball season, so you might get this. Question number 6. What Tennessee college honors its namesake by calling its sports teams the Commodores? All right, question number 7. What king is honored by a holiday in Hawaii every June? You should be able to name one Hawaiian king. So I'm hoping you know this one. You don't have to spell it right. So question number 7, what king is honored by a holiday in Hawaii every June? All right, question number 8. What happy homemaker did General Foods create in 1921, but not depict with a picture until 1936? So question number 8, what happy homemaker did General Foods create in 1921, but not depict with a face until 1936? All right, question number 9. What do diabetics suffer if they get low blood glucose levels caused by an excess insulin action? What is it called when a diabetic has high blood sugar? What's the medical term for that? That's what I'm asking. So question 9, what do diabetics suffer if they get low blood glucose levels caused by excess insulin action? Medically, what is that called? All right, and question number 10. What country did Panama declare independence from in 1903? That's the question. What country did Panama declare independence from in 1903? Take a guess if you don't know. All right, let's go back and review. That was our 10 questions. So question number 1, I ask you, guacamole is made from what fruit? Okay, so then you're thinking, it's not made from a fruit. It's made from an avocado. That's the answer, avocado. An avocado is technically a fruit. It's one of the largest berries. It has like a pit, like a cherry pit. It's a berry, I believe. Anyway, guacamole is made from an avocado. That's the answer to number 1. Number 2, in what year did Margaret Thatcher become Prime Minister in Great Britain? You're probably thinking about the same time Ronald Reagan became our president, which was 1980. Margaret Thatcher came in the year before. 1979 is when she became Prime Minister. So 1979. All right, number 3. Ooh, this was the hard one. What do you call the dot above a letter I, like a lowercase I or a lowercase j? You know, they dot your I's. That dot is technically called a tittle. T-I-T-T-L-E. A tittle is what the dot over an I is technically called. All right, number 4. What is the name of the California town that once had Clint Eastwood as its mayor? He is famous for being the mayor of Carmel, California. So Carmel is the answer to number 4. Number 5, what was mathematician John Wallace the first to indicate with an 8 lying on its side? Oh, I should make a picture of it here. The 8 lying on its side. So it looks like this. Oh, it looks like this. Can you see that? That's the symbol for infinity. That letter 8 on its side is infinity. That is the answer to that one. That was number 5. All right, infinity. All right, number 6. What Tennessee college honors its namesake by calling its sports teams the Commodores? The Commodores are from Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt University is in Tennessee. It's in Nashville. And it's the Vanderbilt Commodores after Commodore Vanderbilt. All right, so Vanderbilt. And number 7, what king is honored by a holiday in Hawaii every June? Like I said, you should be able to name one Hawaiian king, and that is King Kamehameha. If you've been to Hawaii, you probably knew that. But King Kamehameha. I'm not going to spell it. You know close enough how it's spelled. All right, number 8, what happy homemaker did General Foods create in 1921, but not depict with a picture of a person until 1936? Okay, that famous Ionic person, Betty Crocker. So Betty Crocker didn't technically have a face, and we know Betty's face has changed over the years. When they created her in 21, they didn't have an image, but by 1936, they had kind of a compilation for who Betty Crocker was. All right, number 9. What do diabetics suffer if they get low blood glucose levels caused by an excess insulin action? That is known as hypoglycemia. Hypoglycemia. That's a medical term. You don't have to spell that right either, but hypoglycemia. And number 10, what country did Panama declare independence from in 1903? So it's an uncommon history era that, not everybody in the United States knows South American history. Colombia is the answer. Colombia held a lot of territory in the northern part of South America at the turn of the century, all through the 1800s. So the answer to that is Colombia. Panama separated from them in 1903. All right, that's round 1 in the books. So let's put that away. Get your pencil ready for our next round, round 2. Question number 1. What military medal did General Douglas MacArthur resurrect? That's the question. Number 1. What military medal did General Douglas MacArthur resurrect? All right, question number 2. What type of engine often uses steam, water, or air to spin a rotor and power a generator? What kind of engine is that? With a rotor that powers a generator. Okay, so that's question number 2. What type of engine often uses steam, water, or air to spin a rotor and power a generator? All right, question number 3. What Wyoming town hosts an annual Buffalo Bill birthday ball and a Buffalo Bill celebrity shootout? I hope you've been there. All right, so question number 3. What Wyoming town hosts an annual Buffalo Bill birthday ball and a Buffalo Bill celebrity shootout? They should get Kanye West to participate. He has a ranch outside of there. I'm not telling you the answer yet. All right, number 4. What U.S. president signed the National Aeronautics and Space Act establishing NASA? So question number 4, what U.S. president signed the National Aeronautics and Space Act, creating NASA? You should think carefully. All right, question number 5. What landlocked nation is billed as, quote, the Tibet of the Americas? So question number 5, what landlocked country, nation, is billed as the, quote, the Tibet of the Americas, unquote? That's question 5. All right, question number 6. What rival actress claimed that Joan Crawford, quote, slept with every male star at MGM except Lassie, unquote? Ooh, that's kind of a mean quote. All right, so question number 6. What rival actress claimed that Joan Crawford, so it's a rival of Joan Crawford, claimed that she, quote, slept with every male star at MGM except for Lassie, unquote? There must have been a little competition there. All right, question number 7. Whose funeral drew as many TV viewers as her marriage did 16 years earlier? So question number 7, whose funeral drew as many TV viewers as her marriage did 16 years earlier? All right, question number 8. What 20th century world leader was dubbed the Tyrant of the Tigris? Ooh, who did we used to call the Tyrant of the Tigris? You better know what you might not know what that is. All right, so that's question number 8. What 20th century world leader was dubbed the Tyrant of the Tigris? All right, question number 9. What automaker introduced the 1978 RX-7, the most successful rotary engine car of all time? What automaker? So question 9, what automaker introduced the 1978 RX-7, the most successful rotary engine car of all time? You have to know who made the RX-7. All right, and question number 10, last one of this round. What U.S. college sport honors its best male player with the Wooden Award? So question 10, what U.S. college sport honors its best male player with the Wooden Award? All right, that's 10 questions. Let's go back and review those answers. So number 1, I ask you, what military medal did General Douglas MacArthur resurrect? Okay, you're going to be surprised to hear that it is the Purple Heart. It was the Purple Heart, and it was resurrected by MacArthur between the First and Second World War. It was originated by George Washington. George Washington created it and gave it out during the Revolutionary War, and then it fell out of favor. It didn't continue to be given out as a military medal. But after World War I, MacArthur noticed that all the European countries would give out various medals to their combat veterans who did meritorious things or were wounded. They had a lot of medals that rewarded their veterans. And he said, the U.S. needs one. So he looked back, he saw that that Washington had done this, and he resurrected it for military personnel who had been wounded in action, or not necessarily action during a conflict, but in service to their country. It was initially only for the Army, but during World War II, it was broadened to include all branches of the service of the military. So the Purple Heart, that's my little trivia question for you there. All right, question number 2. What type of engine often uses steam, water, or air to spin a rotor and power a generator? So that kind of engine is known as a turbine engine. It spins the turbines to generate power or whatever you need. So a turbine engine is the answer to that one. Number 3, what Wyoming town hosts an annual Buffalo Bill birthday ball and a Buffalo Bill celebrity shootout? That town, of course, is Cody, Wyoming. I was just there this weekend at the Irma. I know. So Cody is the answer to that. Number 4, what U.S. president signed the National Aeronautics and Space Act establishing NASA? Okay, who do you think if you think about the timing, if you think back to who started the space programs? Your inclination might be to say Kennedy, Eisenhower. We were in that race with the Russians before Kennedy came into office. So Dwight D. Eisenhower is the answer to that one, number 4. Number 5, what landlocked nation is billed as the Tibet of the Americas? So I believe it's the only landlocked nation in North and South America, and that is Bolivia. I wish I had my map. I don't have my map around, but Bolivia is the answer to that one. Number 6, what rival actress claimed that Joan Crawford had slept with every male star at MGM except for Lassie? That would have been her arch rival, Betty Davis. Betty Davis was not a pal of Joan Crawford. So Betty Davis is the answer. Number 7, whose funeral drew as many TV viewers as her marriage had 16 years earlier? Of course, that was Princess Diana. She had a huge worldwide viewing audience for her wedding, and she also had a huge viewing audience for her funeral in 97, maybe? I can't remember when she passed away. 97, maybe. I don't know. All right, where are we at here? Number 8. What 20th century world leader was dubbed the Tyrant of the Tigris? This is one of our least favorite people in the U.S. It was, I'm going to say it like George Bush, Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein is the answer to that one. So Saddam Hussein. I think he deliberately would mispronounce it. So Saddam Hussein is the answer to number 8. Number 9, what automaker introduced the 1978 RX-7, which was the most successful rotary engine car of all time? So the RX-7 is a Mazda car. So Mazda was the automaker that made the RX-7, the Mazda RX-7. Pretty fancy car. Number 10, what U.S. college sport honors its best male player with the Wooden Award? It's named after John Wooden, who was a longtime coach of, I believe, UCLA. He was a basketball coach, John Wooden. So it is for men's basketball at the college level. All right, I hope you did good on that round. Let's move on to round 3. Take a little break. So round 3, question number 1. Who is the Roman equivalent of the Greek goddess Aphrodite? So question number 1. Who is the Roman equivalent of the Greek goddess Aphrodite? So they all have corresponding names. The Greek one is Aphrodite. What is the Roman one called? All right, question number 2. What company is the biggest toy retailer in the United States? So question number 2. What company is the biggest toy retailer in the United States? What company sells the most toys? Yes. And retail company, that's what I want you. It's not a toy maker necessarily like Mattel. It is a retail company. All right, number 3. What flavor is the schnapps that puts the fuzzy in a fuzzy navel? Those are delicious. All right, so question number 3. What flavor is the schnapps that puts the fuzzy in a fuzzy navel? All right, question number 4. What branch of mathematics deals with the study of numbers and their properties? So I want to say there's like 5 branches of mathematics. It's one of them. So question number 4, what branch of mathematics deals with the study of numbers and their properties? All right, question number 5. Oh, it has a French word. I'll try my best. All right, what weapon did the British introduce at the Battle of Flers-Courcelette in 1916? That's probably the bigger clue right there. So number 5, what weapon did the British introduce at the Battle of Flers-Courcelette in 1916? What weapon? All right, question number 6. What chapel do cardinals congregate in to elect a new pontiff? So when we're looking for a new pope, where do all the cardinals go and gather? What's the name of the chapel that they gather in? It's a famous chapel. All right, that's question number 6. What chapel do the cardinals congregate in to elect a new pontiff? All right, question number 7. What is the only U.S. state to end with the letter K? That's question number 7. What is the only U.S. state to end with the letter K? Number 8. What general sent a battalion to save a herd of Lipizzaner stallions in World War II? So that's question number 8. What general sent a battalion to save a herd of Lipizzaner stallions in World War II? What general loved his horses in World War II? All right, question number 9. What national park did naturalist John Muir credit with let me see how I'm going to do. What national park did naturalist John Muir credit with, quote, the most songful streams, noblest forests, and loftiest granite domes? That's how John Muir described this national park. So that's question number 9. What national park did naturalist John Muir credit with, quote, the most songful streams, noblest forest, and loftiest granite domes, unquote? What park is he talking about? And question number 10. What Art Deco showpiece, nearly demolished in 1979, did New York City restore to its former glory in 1999? So, question number 10. What Art Deco showplace, nearly demolished in 1979, did New York City restore to its former glory in 1999? All right, that's our 10 questions. Let's go back and get the answer. So, question number 1, I said, who is the Roman equivalent of the Greek goddess Aphrodite? That is the Roman goddess Venus. Venus is the answer to number 1. Number 2, what company is the biggest toy retailer in the United States? So not toy manufacturer, toy retailer. The biggest company, Walmart. Walmart sells the most toys in this country, Walmart. All right, question number 3. What flavor is the schnapps that puts the fuzzy in a fuzzy navel? A fuzzy navel is made with orange juice and peach schnapps. That's a tongue twister. So peach is the flavor of schnapps that goes into a fuzzy navel, peach. Number 4, what branch of mathematics deals with the study of numbers and their properties? It is the most basic branch of mathematics. It is arithmetics, which you probably didn't even know was a branch of mathematics. But you have arithmetic, you have geometry, algebra, calculus. I think trigonometry is maybe number 5. So arithmetic, the most basic of the maths. All right, question number 5. What weapon did the British introduce at the Battle of Flers-Courcelette in 1916? So the clues there are British 1916 weapon, the tank. That was the first time that tanks were used as a weapon in a battle. So the tank is the answer to number 5. Number 6, what chapel do cardinals congregate in when they are electing a new pontiff? I said it was a famous chapel, the Sistine Chapel. That's where they congregate, at the Sistine Chapel, to elect a new pope. So Sistine is the answer to number 6. Number 7, what is the only U.S. state name to end with the letter K? New York. New York. I hope you got it. It was New York. I gave it to you later on when I was asking about the building in New York City. New York is the answer. All right, number 8. What general sent a battalion to save a herd of Lipizzaner stallions in World War II? Patton, George Patton. Of course, he loved his horses. Yeah, he was like a cavalry guy forever. Patton. All right, number 8. Oh, no, I'm sorry, number 9. Number 9, what national park did naturalist John Muir credit with being the most, quote, the most songful streams, noblest forest, and loftiest granite domes? That's the clue. John Muir was a huge naturalist and advocate of Yosemite National Park. So Yosemite is the answer to number 9. And number 10, what Art Deco showplace, nearly demolished in 1979, did New York City restore to its former glory in 1999? I'm so glad they did. Radio City Music Hall is the answer. It's got a beautiful Art Deco facade outside. I haven't ever been there or been in it, but the pictures, it's a beautiful example of Art Deco architecture. So Radio City Music Hall is the answer to that. All right, let's see. We are on round 4, last round here. Let's go on to question number 1. What 2 Minnesota cities did Garrison Keillor call as different as, quote, pumpernickel and Wonder Bread? That's the question. Number 1, what 2 Minnesota cities did Garrison Keillor call as different as pumpernickel and Wonder Bread? Number 2, what famed Appalachian families began feuding over disputed timber and an allegedly stolen pig? It's a very famous feud. All right, so what famed Appalachian families began feuding over disputed timber and an allegedly stolen pig? All right, question number 3. What did Jimmy Carter make the 12th U.S. Cabinet Department in the wake of the oil crisis of the 1970s? I don't believe we've created a cabinet department since then, so this was the final cabinet department. It's the 12th one. It's the newest one. What is it? So that's my question. What did Jimmy Carter make the 12th U.S. Cabinet Department in the wake of the oil crisis of the 1970s? All right, question number 4. What method of execution was Oklahoma the first state to legalize in 1977? So question number 4, what method of execution was Oklahoma the first U.S. state to legalize in 1977? All right, question number 5. What color shirt is Tiger Woods famous for usually wearing on Sundays when he's golfing? If he's playing on a Sunday, he probably made it to the finals. So when he's playing in the finals, he tends to wear a certain color. What is it? So that's question number 5. What color shirt is Tiger Woods famous for usually wearing on Sundays when he's golfing, when he's made it to the final rounds? All right, question number 6. What PBS show attracts over 7,000 items for appraisal every time they do a taping? So number 6, what PBS show attracts over 7,000 items for appraisal at each taping? All right, question number 7. What plant's roots give New Orleans coffee its traditional distinctive flavor? So question number 7. What plant's roots give New Orleans coffee its traditional distinctive flavor? All right, question number 8. What artist created the famous portrait of Rosie the Riveter during World War II? You all know that picture, Rosie the Riveter. What famous artist created that portrait? That's question number 8. Question number 9. What vehicle did J. Armand Bombardier prototype in 1922 using a Model T engine, sleigh runners, and an airplane propeller? So let me repeat that. Question number 9. What vehicle did J. Armand Bombardier? That's not how we pronounce it in Yellowstone. We say Bombardier. Anyway, did he make a prototype of in 1922 using a Model T engine, sleigh runners, and an airplane propeller? What type of vehicle did he prototype? And question number 10. In what national park might it be 110 degrees Fahrenheit at Phantom Ranch, but only 85 degrees up on the rim? So that's question number 10. In what national park might it be 110 degrees at Phantom Ranch, but only 85 degrees up on the rim? What national park? Okay, that's the 10 questions, but let me give you the bonus question. You can think about this one. Here's the bonus question. What are the 5 vital organs of the human body? That's the bonus question. What are the 5 vital organs of the human body? 5 vital organs. Write them down. Okay, let's go back and review our 10 questions. So question number 1, what 2 Minnesota cities did Garrison Keillor call as different as Pumpernickel and Wonder Bread? Those 2 Minnesota cities, sister cities, St. Paul and Minneapolis. Minneapolis and St. Paul. They're as different as Pumpernickel and Wonder Bread. I wonder which one's which. You suppose St. Paul's the Wonder Bread? Anyway, Minneapolis and St. Paul is the answer to that one. Number 2, what famed Appalachian families began feuding over disputed timber and an allegedly stolen pig? That famous feud was between the Hatfields and the McCoys. I actually thought it was like the Ozarks instead of the Appalachians, but I'm just getting the questions off of my trivia boxes, so I could be wrong. But the answer is the Hatfields and McCoys. Number 3, what did Jimmy Carter make the 12th U.S. Cabinet Department in the wake of the oil crisis of the 1970s? So the last and newest department in our government is the Department of Energy. Energy Department. I don't know who's the head of it right now. I didn't know who the head of it was before. Anyway, the Energy Department is the answer to that one. Excuse me. Number 4, what method of execution was Oklahoma the first U.S. state to legalize in 1977? So that's the biggest clue in this one. 1977 was really when they perfected the lethal injection. I guess before that we just electric chaired people. I don't know. Anyway, the lethal injection is the answer to that one. Number 4, what color shirt is Tiger Woods famous for usually wearing on Sundays when he plays golf? And it's usually in a final round. He is famous for wearing a red shirt. He says it's his power color. His mom told him it's his lucky color. He doesn't always wear red, but typically, traditionally, if he's in that position, he wears red. All right, question number 6. What PBS show attracts over 7,000 items for appraisal at each taping? Of course, that program on PBS is Antiques Roadshow. And I certainly hope some of you had a chance to attend an Antiques Roadshow when it was here in Montana. I gotta go. It was fabulous. It was wonderful. We had a great time. All right, number 7. What plant's roots give New Orleans coffee its distinctive traditional flavor? That plant is chicory. They add chicory to their coffee. Don't like it. I'm not a fan. All right, so chicory is the answer to number 7. Number 8, what artist created the famed portrait of Rosie the Riveter during World War II? I thought I had a picture here. We can all picture it where Rosie the Riveter's got she's making a muscle here. That artist was Norman Rockwell. It was a Norman Rockwell. How many portraits did he do during World War II? So Norman Rockwell is the answer to that one. Number 9, what vehicle did J. Armand Bombardier did he prototype in 1922 using a Model T engine, sleigh runners, and an airplane propeller? Well, you put those things together to create a snowmobile. Bombardiers were like the early snowmobiles. Anyway, that's what they are. A snowmobile. That was his prototype. All right, number 10. In what national park might it be 110 degrees? Oh, down here at Phantom Ranch, but only 85 degrees up on the rim. So that would be Grand Canyon. I've never been down in the bottom to Phantom Ranch, but up on the rim, it's very nice. So Grand Canyon National Park is the answer to that. And the bonus question was, what are the 5 vital organs of the human body? Are you ready? The 5 vital organs are the brain, the heart, the kidneys, the liver, and the lungs. All of those vital ones. The brain, heart, kidney, liver, lungs. So everything inside. That's all your vital organs. All right. So that is our questions I hope you all played along. Turn in your answer sheet to me, and I will leave a prize for you. Probably not till next week because you know I'm kind of slow on that. But thank you so much for playing. I hope you enjoyed our questions today, and I will attempt to do a new one next week for you and find 40 more questions. Have a great day, everybody.